would like you to introduce Arsh, one of our traders of two multiple payouts averaging about 2.2K payouts. How did you get started in trading and how long were you trading for?
Well, I actually started with Indian market 2 years ago, and I lost a lot of money in Indian market, and then I was left with 5,000 rupees. Usually, the 5,000, if you convert it into dollar, it will be around $60, something around that.
Mhm.
So I was left with that only, $60, and so that made me like that. Prop firms was the last option for me. I was in debt, almost $10,000. I have lost in Indian market, so I was left with $60, and I bought a prop firm, and I
Mhm.
managed to pass my first account, like the first account of my life, and I managed
Wow.
to pass that account. And it was January 2024, last year.
Mhm.
I got a $300 payout from that account. That it was a $6,000 account. I got I paid $60, something around that. And I pulled out $700 from that account. And from that day, I never spent anything from my pocket in prop. Like that
Oh, wow.
$300 is still paying out there. Like now I am like around $40,000 in payout. Yeah, it's all about this 12 months only. So yeah, it is what it
So
is right now.
40,000 in 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year.
And
But not like 1 year, like August, September, this for last 4 months I lost. It was negative for me, but I didn't blew any account. Like I closed negative every month. But yeah, this January was really good for me. Like I covered everything. Like the last 4 months, like risk management is a thing for me. Like I didn't blew any account. Like this FTM also, this 50K account, it was like 8%. It is a speed account, so 8% is a drawdown for that, and I was like 7% down on that account. And this took one trade. The one trade saved this account for me. So yeah,
A
like
plus
last
setup.
4 month, yeah. So last 4 month, I close negative every month. So yeah, I basically made money in April, March, February, January, that last year, and
Oh,
this
wow.
January also.
So how long were you trading before that? Just to clarify.
Just like I traded 6 months Indian market. I traded 6 months Indian market, and I got into forex this January 2024.
Okay. Well, I've never heard of the Indian market. What is it like?
It's options. Like I used to do
Oh,
options.
okay. Okay. Wow. How old are you, by the way? You look pretty young.
Yeah, I'm 20.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Wow. So what asset classes do you trade? Like,
Like I right now I'm trading for forex only. I trade only three pairs. And sometimes I do trade bitcoins also. On weekends I do trade bitcoins.
mhm,
Just because I'm bored, so I trade. Weekends are like really boring for me, so I just trade
mhm,
bitcoins. So usually I trade Euro USD, USD CAD, and this AUD USD. These are like very slow pairs. Like they move really slow.
mhm.
So I usually take one to two trades a day, sometimes three also. And I target, like I usually risk 0.5%, sometimes, like depends on the market condition. Most of the time I like risk 0.5%, something around that.
Mhm.
And I target 1:4. Like if I'm with 0.5, I'll target 2%.
So you're just studying all those pairs since you ever started trading, or
No,
since you ever moved to FX?
I used to trade a lot of pairs, but I was journaling. I started journaling from when I started trading also. Like from that day I'm journaling everything. So
Mhm.
I journal every trade. So what I found, like my setup is working good on these three assets. And this, like I was like trading gold a lot, but like because of peer pressure, because everyone is trading gold, like
Mhm.
gold, you should trade gold. But gold is like hell for me. I lost a
Yeah.
lot of money in gold, so I like removed gold from my life, and like from
Yeah.
that I'm like making money.
So you trade EU and
EU, AU, and CU,
okay.
US or USD CAD, yeah, US.
All right, you're intraday trader, right?
Yeah, I trade intraday. Sometimes I don't hold for like 2 days is max for me. Like usually I'll close the trade before the rollover. Sometimes I do hold trade, but I don't hold on weekends. So
Okay. Are you a set and forget guy? Because usually
yeah,
people like, because obviously not everyone is profitable as you when they first start trading, because some of them take longer, like 3 to 5 years. For
yeah,
you
because
take
like
an amazing 1 year. Tell
because
us.
like for me the journaling is the breakthrough. Like do you mind? I'll just show you my journal. How I journal, I show you.
Okay, sure.
I usually print out my trades and write.
That's awesome. Is this before, during, and after? When you journal it, when we talk about journaling, it's vague. You want to go into depth with that? Like, how do you specifically journal?
When trade gets over, I take a screenshot of that, and I write whatever the risk size I took, what was the conditions why I took this trade, how much I risk, how much I made, and something I would like to improve.
So you
That's
do
it.
this
And then,
after.
yeah, after the trade is over.
Do you journal before? Do you ever journal your psychology going inside a trade, or is it just always after?
It's always after for me. And I read this on weekends, so like whole week I'll read. The whole week I've written. On Saturday and Sunday I will read that.
You journal psychology, like, because it seems like you were talking about that you managed risk properly last year, and you only been trading for what, like less than 2 years. How are you able to manage that compared to other people who's still struggling with that,
For
like
me,
in a short
like
period of span?
it's just I follow there's a quote as well, like I'm doing the very much average thing. Like people are like running for like they need something like that. There's order block, there's this setup, there's liquidity sweep, then there's this confirmation. For me, I just like to keep things simple. I just draw a support zone or a resistance zone. I wait for the support to break, then I wait for the break, then I'll wait for it to continue upside. Like if the support is broken, it gets below the candle gets below the support, and this breakdown gets failed, then I'll enter long. That's it for me. I don't complicate things.
So you're basic.
I just set and forget for me, like I don't break even. I suppose I got into a trade, I'll set my stop loss, I'll set my TP, and I'll leave that trade. So
and it's
I
always
don't
0.5 risk.
most of the time. This weekend I messed up in Bitcoin. I lost almost 3% in Bitcoin. This FTN account only.
How were you able to control your psychology? Well, not control, manage your psychology in a short period of time compared to other people?
Look, for me, the one way is like having a plan. I have a plan, so I know how much I'm going to lose. Like I know I'll not lose more than 0.5%. So there's like no point of me worrying how much I'm gonna lose, how much. And I have a defined edge for me. Like on a longer term, I know I'm going to win. So that gives me that calm. I don't have to rush anything. I just place my trade and I forget it. And I know in the longer period of in the longer run, I'll definitely make money. That's my edge. I know my edge. So I think this fixed the psychology part for me, because having a plan fixes everything. Like if you know what you are going to lose, there's no point of you worrying. If you know, like if you're worrying, like suppose you are risking 1%, and after losing that, you're going for revenge trade. It makes no sense, because you know anything can happen in market. That's why you risk 1%, and after losing that, you're rushing to get back that amount. That makes the process very like slow for you, or whatever you say. Like it slows you down.
Okay. So do you take one trade a day, or
Not I usually it's not about one trade. It's about like if I get 3 losers in a day, I'll stop.
okay?
Usually, and I usually get one winner, because like I let my trade for 1:4, and it takes a lot of time. So if I'm winner, I'll get one winner. Loser, I suppose sometimes I lose 2 trades, sometimes 3, not more than 3.
Okay, so that's
So
your plan. But
1.5% risk, you say.
okay, that makes sense now. So it's overall you have 1.5% drawdown,
Something like that, yeah.
give or take. Yeah. I was gonna ask you, how were you able to overcome like your struggles until you started become profitable? Like your hurdles, where you got to where you are back in 2024 when you started becoming profitable. What was the changes you made to start becoming profitable?
Earlier I was chasing money, and like when I removed this factor for me, like I should not, like I just know I just have to. My job as a trader is just to place trade. When I started doing that, the money was secondary for me. Like my first thing is for me is just one good trade, one good trade, one good trade. So I just try to get one good trade, and good trade for me is like following my rules. Losing a trade isn't like bad for me. If I followed my rules, and even still after that I lost a trade, doesn't matter, because I followed my rules, and that's a good trade for me. So earlier I was like just gambling because I wanted to get rich quick. And Indian market, like I used to do options, and options are so volatile. You can make a lot of money and you lose a lot of money as well. And I was doing option buying, and I didn't knew much about decays and all. And I lost, like one day there was expiry, and I bet everything on that, and that option expired at 0. And I lost a lot of money at that time, because I was trying to get rich quick. So I would
Hmm.
say, like, if you remove that, everyone is trading for money. For me, I don't trade for money. I just trade because I'm a trader. That's it.
Hmm.
That's the process I'm following right now. If I try to chase things, like people like get into like I have to make 8% this week. How you're going to make 8%? You never know. Market are very unpredictable. And
Outcome's always different.
yeah,
Wow. So basically, following your plan reduces your revenge trading and your tilt, correct?
yeah, for me, yeah, it works for me. Like, it works for me. Like, I know I have a plan, so I don't have to like break my rules. I know what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna lose. What worse can happen? Just 0.5% is going out of my account.
Consistency is key in trading, and it seems you've handled the consistency score effectively. How can other traders learn from this?
Don't change your risk reward. Like, have a fixed risk to reward. I'll say, like, having like, for me, 2% is like fixed for me. 0.5%
Hmm.
risk and 2% is fixed. After that, no more trading. I just stop after 2%, because if you want to maintain the consistency score, you'll have to like get the same profit every day. So after 2%, I would like just quit the market, go to sleep, and go enjoy. Uh,
Yeah.
that's the like closing the like. I stay most of the time off the charts. Most basically, I'm a traveler. I travel a lot, so most of the time I'm not on my charts, because I set and forget. I just like get my just keep checking sometimes,
Hmm.
like what's happening in the market. Once I get in a trade, I close my screen. It reduces that anxiety or whatever you say. If you're like just starting, I would recommend just set and forget, because if you keep on seeing that the minus $1,000, minus $500, it gets in your brain and it like
Hmm.
destroys your trading process. So I would
Hmm.
say, if you like, for beginners, I would say just set and forget. Don't watch the market. Definitely watch for the news. Yeah, yeah. Just you cannot set and forget before CPI.
Yeah. So back in 2024, even though you had like a concrete plan, did you still have the urge to overtrade after taking multiple losses? And how were you dealing with them?
Yeah, of course. I had like a blue account this month only. Like in I would say in April, I guess I blew all my funding. Like whatever I made, I lost everything in April. April, like, because I started gambling. I lost, like, I stopped following my plans, and
Hmm.
I was like on the same road again, like getting rich quick, because that payout gets in my brain like, oh, I can make more money. I can make more money. Like, I can risk more and make more. And this got me. And like, I blew all my funding. I was almost 400K funded on across other firms. Some, like, a lot of firms, 50K there, 10K there, 10K there, and I like blew everything. So yeah, for me this happens. And like after that, I have a like whatever you say, I have a board in front of me, a whiteboard with a marker. I have a marker. I write my goals and all my quotes. Like, I will not over trade. I will not revenge trade. So I can see that in front of me. It's in front of my screen, in front of my trading desk. So I keep reading that, and that helps me a lot because it's
Oh,
so.
after you blew that account, did you take a break or did you just purchase another account? And what did you do?
So after I blew that, I blew account. Not after I blew account, I had a lot of savings of the payout and all. I
Yeah.
bought a 200K account and I blew that. I bought another 200K. I blew that. I kept on blowing. Then I was like, it's always for me like when I'm left with no money, then
Hmm.
then I like get serious. Like, it's time to get serious. Then I got some other account, like, and I that was my like last big account. And after that, I didn't had money. So it was for me like, if I don't pass this, if I don't follow my
Hmm.
rules here, I'm done. I'm out of this game. So I managed to like it was compulsory for me to follow the rules, because if I don't, then I'm not getting
Hmm.
back in the markets again, because
Yeah.
I had no money. So I started following my plan. I got the payout, and then again, this August and all, I like bought other accounts as well, but I didn't blew any account. In 4 months of losing period, I didn't blew anything. I managed to keep all the accounts, even though I was losing every day. Every week I was closing negative, but somehow I didn't blew any account there. That gave me that confidence, like, I can do it. Just
Hmm.
follow the rules. You'll never blow an account. And I have like a risk profile. I'll start with, like, if you want to start, just start with 0.25% risk, 0.5% risk, and start small. So you can survive longer in the game. If you don't have money,
Mhm.
the game is over for you.
Yeah. So when you went on tilt, you kept losing again and again after blowing your 400K funder, right? You said you were buying 200, 200, 200. Did you ever
Yeah.
take a break, or you just kept buying until you had no more money and then you just told yourself, this is the last straw. I gotta risk manage.
Yeah, so I didn't took any break for me, like because taking a break like didn't make sense for me, because for me I wanted to like kind of like I need money, I need money. So
Hmm.
taking a break didn't make sense to me at that time. I should have taken a break. If I could go back
Hmm.
and fix that, I would fix that. I should have taken a break. Then I would have saved a lot of money there,
Hmm.
blowing challenges. So that I've kept on buying account, kept blowing. Then at some point there was no money left. Then I
Yeah.
had to like follow my rules. There was no other choice for me.
I bet it was difficult because most of the time when you're trading and you're broke, isn't it harder because you're always thinking about the money?
Yeah, it's all like if you don't have money and you're trading for money, then you are definitely most of the time you're going to lose the money. That's like it's a
So,
compulsory thing for like it's a fixed thing. If you're trading for money,
yeah.
you're going to lose money.
So that last account you have when you had no money, was this a little bit of luck and risk management, or did you just get full on lucky?
What like I would say both.
Both?
The market
Wow.
worked in my favor, but I did follow my rules. I didn't
Hmm.
broke my rules at that account because I knew like I just wrote it on my board. If I broke my rules, I'm getting broke.
Yeah.
So I just wrote that rule in front of me on my board, and I keep like, every day I read that, and that made me like pass that account and get the payout. And a lot of firms rejected my payouts as well. 10K rejected, 5K rejected.
Hmm.
So yeah, for that FTM is like really nice. Like 10 minutes for the payout is crazy. 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, I couldn't believe. Like I was like, I just placed the payout. I was like, there's some other mail. I had to cross check my eyes and all. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. But yeah, did you ever have a mentor?
No, I didn't had a mentor, but yeah, like for me, like my girlfriend used to trade. She was not a good trader, but she did teach me the basics: how do you buy, how do you sell, and all.
Uh,
She's my support for me. Like she supports me whenever I'm down and all. She's like, yeah, you can do it. I know you can. So yeah, she kind of like taught me from like all the basics she taught me. But the psychological aspect, no one can teach you that. You have to develop it on your own.
the same time, it's all having a concrete, back tested plan, correct?
Yeah. For me, one more thing I would like to add is like people are blaming this most of the time, like blaming this psychology. Like it's not always a psychology. You have to have an edge as well. Suppose you are always like, I'm losing money because my psychology is not good. No, you have to check your edge as well. If you're like you
Hmm.
have some people don't have an edge and they keep on trading and they are blaming their psychology or for the losses. Brother, like check your agent as well. Like you need both of the thing. For me, you need psychology and edge as well. Only psychology cannot make you profitable.
Let's talk about edge. When you talked about edge, developing your edge, did you put a lot of hours towards developing your edge, or was the edge given to you and you just back tested it?
Earlier, I was trading some other strategies like I found on YouTube and all. These ICT and all. I also learned ICT. I learned everything, and it was not working for me. So then I
Hmm.
spent a lot of time this studying, doing back testing and all. Then I found something like repetitive patterns and all, like how my market reacts and these why this buying is happening and this all the big moves. So I kind of developed something of my own, and I always wanted that. I need something of my own. I cannot like rely on some other edge. So I developed my
Hmm.
own edge. I used to backtest 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day, because I didn't like suppose I'm done for the day. I lost the money or whatever I've done. I've hit my TP or whatever. Then I just go back to the charts and backtest everything, like going all the back 5 years back, 3 years back, and backtesting everything.
Were you using a software to back test, or you're just going trading view histories?
I'm just using TradingView I was using TradingView Replay just to backtest. And like for me,
Okay.
do I don't do top to bottom analysis. I don't do anything. I just use 15 minutes. I draw my zones there. I don't even see other minutes. Like I don't see the day high, day low, nothing. I just mark the 15 minutes level, and that works for me.
Oh, so you're just one time frame.
Yeah, just one time frame for me, 15 minutes, and I'll use DXY for the confirmation and all. And I use an EMA 200 EMA for the trend. That's it. Like if the market is above that, it's bullish for me. Below that, it's bearish for me. If the
Hmm.
market is above 200 EMA, I will not sell anything. I will just keep on buying whatever the zone I have marked or whatever the opportunity I'm getting. So I'm just using 15 minutes because for me, like if I like hide that the number, if I minutes number, you cannot see. If I just give you the candles, you will be not able to tell which time frame is this. So that's what I like, got to know, that time frame doesn't matter. Like everything works
It's
in
fractal.
every time. Yes, fractal. Yeah, right. So 15 minutes works for me because I usually trade intraday. So I usually get over in one. Sometimes 2 hours I'm done trading, and sometimes I'm
Yeah.
holding 8 hours, 9 hours, 2 days, sometimes like that.
So as a mechanical trader, what's your average stop loss and TP?
I would say like it's always 10 pips for me on all these three pairs I trade:
Yeah.
Euro USD, the USD CAD, and AUD USD. And I usually protect my stop loss. Like I just don't randomly put my stop loss. I use a support or something like that to protect my stop loss. So
Okay.
it's a 10 pips for me, and the TP is 41 pips. 1 pip to cover the brokerage and all for me. It's
Okay.
41
So
pips for me. Yeah.
4 to 1.
Yeah, 4 to 1 usually. Yeah, 4 to 1.
And
Or
what's your win rate?
I would say below 50%. This month is
That's pretty good.
really going good.
Yeah.
67% this month, 70% around this.
Yeah.
I don't know, but usually it's below 50%. But yeah, it works because I have a good risk to reward.
That's how you got that 4.4K from say.
Yeah, and I would say like some other, like I'm trading in some other firm. There the win rate
Mhm.
is like 37%, and I have that account for like 4 months. I have that account.
Mhm.
So it's 37% there. So I would say
Mhm.
that is more accurate because it has more data.
How stressful it is coming out from drawdown, taking your time, and how long does it usually take you to get out of drawdown averaging?
This FTM, I didn't like target to get out of the drawdown. I was just trading, and
Mhm.
that I just like got lucky, or like I was just risking 0.5 when I was in like too much in drawdown. I had this one trade left for me. It was like I just had $350 left for the drawdown, and I risked $250 there. Then I made around $1,200 from that trade, that phase one, and like after that, like I never looked behind.
Just compounded from there. Yeah.
Yeah, just compounded from there. The phase one took a lot of time for me. The phase two was like too fast. Like I just completed that in a week or something like that.
So yeah, that's really nice. How was your experience with our customer support now? Have they
Yeah,
been
it's really
helpful?
nice. Like even like if I just text one thing, they're always online. They're like someone is always there on the Discord server. They are like always helping out. So I would
Mhm.
say like FTM is like top most firm for me I have ever traded with that, because the fastest payout I ever got was FTM only. I usually like place the same payout, something like that, on the other firm as well, and I got the money yesterday. And
Yeah.
I placed the payout one day before FTM there, and I got money today. So I would say
Yeah.
like FTM, like I couldn't believe that 10 minutes. I was like, that firm paid me. Like I was like, because I placed that payout before FTM. I was like, yeah, they paid me. And then I checked there was FTM. Then I was like, yeah, they fucking paid me 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it
That's
was crazy
what
for
we
me.
do.
Yeah,
So
you still said that it's 10 minutes still a lot. You have to work.
no, no, that's too long, man. So what mistakes did you learn over your trading career that the traders that are watching can learn?
I would say like don't put all your money in one account. Buy multiple accounts. Suppose you have $300 with you. Buy 5K account and save that, if the rest of the money for the other account if you fail that account. So it will give you this, whatever I would say, is an edge or more chances to pass an
Hmm.
account. Suppose I blew that account, so I still have $250 left. I can buy another account and pass that account. For me, I did that, even though I started with just one account, and today I'm not spending anything from my pocket. That I say $300 still paying me. So I would say The $300 made my life, and I dropped the college. Even I dropped out of college because of because I started making money, and college was not making sense for me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So this, I would say, this mistake, and I would say don't go for crazy setups. I would say don't go for anything complex because market is totally unpredictable. So you never know you are going to win the next trade. So what's the point of you learning something very complex? Can you guarantee you're going to win the next trade? I think no one can say that. Like, I know that I'm going to win that because market is very unpredictable. So I would say, like, go for simple setup, whatever you can understand, and just consistently trade that. Have an edge, manage risk. That's it.
Well, that's all I want. Thank you.